Long ago, in a time when people were acting like they forgot their brains and their Bibles, one man stood out: Noah. While everyone else was being mean, selfish, and downright bananas, Noah was out here being kind, faithful, and probably wondering why God had him gardening so much. Then, plot twist, God gives Noah the biggest DIY project in history. Build a ginormous boat. Not just any boat, a floating zoo, cruise ship, and family cabin rolled into one. No Wi-Fi, no lifeboats, and no clue how to steer it. But Noah, he didn't ask questions. He got to work. And when I say he built the ark, I mean he built it. With wood, sweat, and probably a lot of splinters. His family helped. Well, kind of. Let's just say some were better at supervising than swinging hammers. Meanwhile, animals began to show up, probably thinking it was an early Black Friday sale. 2 by 2, every creature waddled, hopped, slithered, or stomped its way into the ark. Birds chirped excitedly. Camels acted like they owned the place. And the sloth? Well, it took 3 days to make it to the entrance. Classic. By now, Noah's sons had learned 2 things. 1. Animal poop is unlimited. 2. Don't feed the raccoons after dark. Then, the skies opened. Rain. Buckets of it. For 40 days and 40 nights, the ark bobbed like a giant bathtub toy while the world below turned into one giant puddle. Inside, let's just say, the air was extra earthy. Between mooing, snoring, and squawking, bedtime sounded like a zoo rock concert. Days passed. The animals invented games. The monkeys learned juggling. The pigs started a dance class. And the chickens? They were suspiciously running a black market worm shop. Noah, ever faithful, trusted God, and probably also invented the first air freshener. One day, a dove came back holding an olive leaf. That could only mean one thing: land. The ark finally rested on a mountain called Ararat. The door creaked open, and animals stampeded out like it was the first day of summer break. Noah gave thanks. He built an altar and offered a sacrifice to God. And that's when God made a beautiful promise. Not with a contract or email, but with a rainbow. A promise that he would never flood the whole earth again.